Hey, what's good, Peace World? This is Wood, the host of the Pay Me No Mind podcast, sports and entertainment, YouTube channel, BiteDownBoxing.com, all housed here. Team Under Armour is killing the Jumpman, Team Jumpman. Tonight we have in the the semifinal round. Tonight we have Auburn, number 5, seeded Auburn, just beating the brakes off of North Carolina, 92-74. It's a little over a minute left. Another three just was shot. Looks like a foul on the shot. Williams is over on the bench crying. Hey, man, they just had their number, man. I mean, Purifoy was on fire in the second half for Auburn. It's not the total, but 37 bench points by Auburn. I mean, what can you do with that? 37 bench points. I mean, in the Michigan game, I believe Michigan only scored a total of, 54 points last night? Here's a bench with 37 points, probably more than that. Just couldn't get, the Heels just couldn't get any momentum. It almost, it seemed like early in the second half, UNC plays with a lot of pace. They push the ball with White, and they definitely stay high tempo, up tempo. But it almost seemed like that was working against them and into the favor of Auburn, who was making every shot. It just basically they weren't making shots. Cam Johnson was cold. Luke May, they couldn't get him. They couldn't get into a pace where he could be effective. Salute to May on a fabulous career. I believe he's a senior. It seems like he's been around for forever. But Auburn, man, Bruce Little? The dude is he's a hustler. You know what I mean? Definitely a guy that you hate to run into. They did make note of it earlier in the night that people forget Auburn was ranked as high as number 7 earlier in the season, but they just completely ambushed UNC here tonight. Little wasn't feeling well, I guess. Nasir Little. Also, what's his name? And Cam Johnson, I believe, was under the weather. The other cat for Auburn, Okiki, dude had 20 points before he left at the 8:08 mark when he had a significant leg injury. Looked like he might have tore his knee up. They just knocked down another three with 25 seconds to go, 97-76. I just would have never believed this, man. They were high mid-40s actually on converted three-pointers or made three-point attempts. Had made over, let me see, I had the box score pulled up on this joint. I'm sitting here stunned. That was who I had. My bracket is probably dead now. You know, it was fun while it lasted, but put my password in here. 0504. I had the box score up. But just 17 to 37 from 3-point, which is 44%. Like I said, the bench just killing UNC here. The thing that would really piss me off with this type of upset, this type of win at this stage of the game, is if in the next game Auburn just totally lays a dud. But hey, they did it tonight. You know, they totally outplayed UNC at their own game. They were excellent in the half court and just continuously knocked down three-pointers. In comparison, UNC was 7 of 28, 25% from 3. They did shoot 76% from, that's free throw. So it's strange, you know. We always credit the SEC with having the athletes on the gridiron on the football side of things, but tonight they just out athleted the Tar Heels just completely. Um, Not much to say. Heck of a game by the whole team, really. And that's another shot. That'll be another factor to keep an eye on if Okiki is done. You know, who replaces his production in the lineup. Um, just got beat tonight. You know, hard to overcome good shooting, excellent shooting. And the ball bounced their way defensively. You know, they had key steals. Just a hell of a game. You know, if that's how your bracket is gonna go, I guess that's how you want your team to. You want a team to play at that level to put your team out. But I just wonder now. You know, does a guy like Kobe White return, or does he go to the draft? I didn't really realize that the young man was 6'5". His game from outside the arc is a little concerning. I don't know where I am with him as a pro. In my opinion, he could benefit from one more year, but if he's projected as an NBA prospect, I couldn't see him sticking around. Nasir Little, I'm not sure he got a lot done this year, but again, he's a young kid with some size on him, with some height. It'll be interesting to see if he sticks around for one more year. That's just the reality of the situation. So it's final now, 97-80. I don't know what to say, man. Team Jump, man. I mean, Team Under Armour is putting in work in this tournament. So we already have that's Texas Tech and Auburn through to the Elite Eight. Michigan State, just to talk on them real quick, I turned away from that one to come over here to check out the Tar Heels. I'm not the biggest fan. I mean, I like Michigan, so it's hard for me to rock with Michigan State, to be honest. But what I was mentioning earlier on the morning wood on the way in, on the commute on the way in, Michigan State came out and imposed themselves physically on the team they played earlier. I'm tripping, don't even know the name right now. Who was it? Oh, LSU, another SEC team. So that's kind of, they just basically imposed themselves, their physicality on LSU. They won 80-63, and damn, I don't know what I'm gonna do now as far as I guess I gotta root for Zion. I was trying to catch some people in my brackets, or in the bracket for the podcast. I was trying to catch some people thinking that the majority of folks would go with Duke, and I felt like UNC was very well rounded, had the right mix of upperclassmen, and with Johnson and May, and they play with great pace, but they just got beat tonight. So I was trying to catch some people. Like last year, I was one of the few people that really took Villanova in the bracket, and I didn't win it, but I was able to. I had a chance, going into the Final Four, but came up short. So I was trying to be strategic, and now I got to mess around and root for Duke, which I'm really rooting for Zion more so than Duke. Zion and Barrett, but damn. Auburn. Anyway, I'm gonna get on off here. I'm gonna come check back in after maybe the second round of games, and that's